you for being patient.
Merci parce que nous te soyez patient.
Tell them that we will get them in today.
You open the doors and they just came in, and it was overwhelming, the number of people that were here. Just how desperate they are. You know, we recognized what was happening. It was kind of like there was no system left. We just didn't have anyone who would come in and explain to them that everyone is going to be seen, because that was their biggest fear, that not everyone was going to be seen. This is their one shot at getting eye care. We come once a year, and this is it.
Here in Pignon, Haiti, like much of the country, daily life is a struggle. Where's the next meal coming from? And what's the future for the children here? While progress has been made here in Haiti in recent years, access to medical care remains a huge problem. And so when an eye surgery team from Fargo-Moorhead arrives here on the island nation, people will drive for hours to get the gift of sight. Coming up, miracles under the mango tree. It's a place where the sounds of children echo through sugarcane fields and slate gray mountain walls. There are spots like this, island beauty wrapped around an amazing, grateful people who have an ongoing daily battle, struggling to survive. And in the northern mountain village of Pignon, Haiti, people in the countryside are arriving for market day. In the center of town,
oh, yep, there are some readers in here too.
25 volunteers from Fargo-Moorhead began what will be a week of giving and receiving.
Those are all surgeries.
The work begins, sorting through the shipped piles of boxes in preparation for the week ahead.
I just want to make sure they're not medicine drops.
Lori Risbrud of Ashby, Minnesota is like an air traffic controller.
Yes, triage stuff is going over.
Trying to organize the chaos.
Okay, this is surgery. You can grab that one. And then, yes. Okay, glasses over there, yes. Sharp containers, let's put them in the clinic. That's surgical stuff, so that's going to go in there.
It never ends. Every time we think we're done, more boxes show up.
In a nearby cramped hot room,
oh, these are glasses for sure. Yeah. These are too.
Nicole Wise and Kristen Follman and other members of the eye surgery team from Fargo-Moorhead began sorting through piles of glasses.
Blurry or not blurry? No. Nope. Okay, then those are just sunglasses.
Fargo eye surgeon Dr. Lance Bergstrom leads the team.
These are prosthetic eyes for patients that have been, injured severely. They fit like a contact lens. Yeah.
He says donations will help hundreds throughout the week.
These are just like lenses so we can figure out what a person's prescription is.
Before seeing the hundreds of patients, the team pulls out its stored surgical equipment.
This is an autorefractor. It tells what people's prescriptions are. So,
you found another toy?
Yeah, look at all the mold is damaged this thing in 1 year. That's crazy.
It takes cleaning and fixing.
I'm hoping the optics still work in it.
Volunteers getting ready for days of non-stop surgery.
I just feel like we're really a part of it, and we're not just here for a week. I feel like you're part of the Pignon community. Since
the late 1990s, Fargo-Moorhead teams have been coming to this village, and so the bond is strong here. The country of Haiti, her people, have weathered a lot, and this surgical team knows a big part of the trip is about maintaining those relationships.
Okay, so those go in the surgery. I'll take this, yes.
Zip it up tighter.
After days of preparation, the compound is almost ready to open the doors.
You feel like you're just ready to hit the ground running, It's energizing.
The day ends with community, hitting the dimly lit streets of Pignon, watching a competitive game of dominoes. The winner here gets a can of milk. And the team also gave the town barber some business. Everyone loves his tools.
It's for the hair, to wet the hair.
The aftershave. They just put it in a Windex bottle.
And razor blades.
Well, he's gonna do a real shave.
A lot of them.
It's just fine. It feels like getting a shave.
And the team is well aware it's just hours away from a morning of helping hundreds see again. In the mountains of northern Haiti, the mornings can take your breath away. A gleam of light awakens the island nation. But in the village of Pignon, beneath the mango tree, inside the hospital compound, hundreds have gathered. They've been waiting hours to see the eye surgery team from Fargo-Moorhead.
Okay, you're okay.
As word spreads the medical team is here, the more patients arrive. The hospital compound becomes tense as they all wait for a number that will ensure they see a doctor. Dr. Bergstrom and the team fan out into the crowd
Okay, you're okay. We'll wait a while.
to triage those who desperately need help now,
Okay, what happened to you? You get up here.
and then deciding who can wait. Some have been blind for years, and family can be seen escorting loved ones around the compound. Others, like 14-year-old Paylin, has arrived from miles away. She's been blind since the age of 6 after suffering a high fever.
So we would like to see as like everyone see.
She's never been to school, and any hopes of an education depends on this visit. Can someone help her see again? She'll wait her turn.
Ici, les photos.
Soon, dozens are getting help.
Qu'est-ce que tu t'en penses? Peut-être c'est quel numéro?
Fargo volunteers Kristen and Nicole are testing some of the patients' vision.
So we're trying to give some sense of what their vision is like, if they could benefit from glasses, or if they can't see anything at all, then we can, get them maybe on the surgery schedule quicker.
Gunnar, did you check his pressure? I did, yep. Okay.
And Fargo optometrist Dr. Eric Ross will be on his feet for hours,
Look straight ahead.
looking deep into the eyes of patient after patient. Cataracts, glaucoma, and eye disease, which is impacting this young 12-year-old boy.
Well, he's got a corneal dystrophy that kind of creates inflammation on the front surface of the cornea. And so in the past, we've just given him medicine for the cornea to help it feel better and to keep the swelling down. Because when the cornea swells, you don't see as well either.
Ross will see 300 patients on this one day alone.
The main reason to come down to a place like this is preventable blindness. There's people in this world, in this country in particular, like Haiti, there's people that are blind that don't need to be blind. And so the two things that we concentrate here are cataracts and glaucoma. So cataracts can be cured, and glaucoma can be treated, and blindness can be prevented.
Okay, forehead on the bar.
Meantime, at the clinic, eye surgeon Dr. Lance Bergstrom is starting to fill out his surgery list.
Look at that. Wow, that's crazy. So maybe, can she see light at all?
Young Paylin is one of his first patients.
It's pretty amazing. It looks like she has some kind of infection that just kind of wiped out the front of her eye. So we'll probably put her on a list for a transplant, possibly. I think there's a few other ones. So we're going to get you to start keeping a list, okay? A list of people and phone contacts so we can come down here with corneal transplant tissue and do a transplant, okay?
Paylin's story is a reminder of what reality is here in Haiti when it comes to healthcare. Some of the people gathered here today, hoping to go home with the miracle of sight, will leave here without it. Bernadette arrived here from 4 hours away by motorcycle from the countryside in Haiti. She's the mother of 8.
You can see both eyes are completely white from cataracts.
Cataracts in both eyes have robbed her of her sight.
I mean, right now she has to have somebody lead her around the house, and she's I mean, just light and dark for vision. So hopefully tomorrow she'll be able to walk around, unaccompanied.
But the team will face challenges never seen at home.
Rick has some.
A woman has arrived, desperate for help.
She's had a tumor growing in her sinus, it looks like, for about a year, and it's causing her eye to bulge. So she's going to need surgery in the United States. Unfortunately, it could be too late even at this point. So.
Up a steep, washed-out mountain path, we walk to find one of the team's patients. The toddler and her family live in a picturesque spot overlooking the village of Pignon. We find them preparing dinner. Sitting near an open fire, the father of 2-year-old Darlene is stirring and cooking beans. Darlene has lost vision after her eye was stabbed with a fork. The good news? She will get help from the Fargo team.
No fun. No fun. Okay. She's not gonna like me.
She gets wrestled down by the team for her exam. She's having none of it.
Hold still. Okay, so she looks like she has an ulcer in her eye from getting poked. So we're gonna get her on some drops, okay?
Turns out, Dr. Bergstrom says special ointment and drops should be enough to bring that vision back.
We'd like to see her back in 2 weeks in Fargo. Okay? Okay? Okay, but keep using the medicine.
Bernadette is getting prepped for her cataract surgery.
Don't move.
Okay.
Don't move. You're doing great.
And she's already thinking about life with vision.
And then I would like to see my husband, my children, my chickens, my goats. I would like to see all of them.
You can hit the lights, guys.
Inside the cramped operating room,
I'm going to try to do it a little smaller.
Dr. Bergstrom begins what will be a short but impactful procedure.
Hold still.
Removing Bernadette's cataracts.
That is one big cataract.
In minutes, the cataracts are out.
It's about as hard as a rock. You can feel it. It's as hard as a rock. So she could only see light or dark. So hopefully tomorrow she'll be able to read the chart pretty good. Okay, you got it?
These cataract surgeries will continue from sun up and past sunset.
I bet we do 25 cases today, but they're not like normal cases you'd see in Fargo. These are your nightmare cataracts.
Outside, as light faded, the patients stood resilient yet anxious. Would they wait in vain all day and see no one?
So some of these people have come all the way from Port-au-Prince. So they've been waiting a long time for us to come, a year. And so they're panicked if they don't get seen now. They know it's going to be another full year before someone can see them.
Near the operating room, the patients keep coming. More lives changed as sight is restored.
Okay, can she hold still for me for 5 minutes more here? They don't have to have a seeing eye grandchild. They're able to contribute to their family. The per capita income in this region is about $200 a year, so everybody needs to chip in just to survive.
And so how is it that a simple 15-minute procedure makes such an incredible difference?
Sutureless extra cap, we call it, or a manual small incision cataract surgery, where we can take out the entire cataract without a stitch in it. And we've actually gone one step further now. We're using some technology that's just been around the last few months, and we're able to break the cataract in half with a special device that loops around the cataract and then take it out through an even smaller incision. So actually the surgeries take more or less the same time as in the United States, probably with better results.
These are some talk about cataracts.
This one broke apart. You don't see those in Fargo, I can tell you that. It's just the maturity of it. People at home would have gotten this done 15, 20 years ago. So it's just timing. And the sunlight down here just makes things a lot more dense. It does a lot more damage to the eye than up north.
Life in and outside the village is so hard for so many. The needs, we just can't imagine. Access to health care is such an issue for Haitians. They often live miles from any hospital. And so when they hear that a team from Fargo-Moorhead is here offering health care, they will walk or ride in the back of a pickup truck for miles all day long. team member Lori Rispu visits a typical place in the countryside. Here, a single mom, Maka Lin, and her 4 children scraping by, trying to survive on a daily diet of rice and beans cooked in their outdoor kitchen. Inside, the home is barely livable. Like the roof here, what happens when it rains?
Well, why they come inside?
I get emotional because I feel that we do have enough wealth and resources in this country and in this world that we can help. We can make everyone's life at least where they have shelter and clothing and food and water, you know, because you can't thrive unless you have the basics. You know, you see these 4 children and the opportunities that they don't even know exist because there are right now limited, very limited opportunities when you have to walk 25 minutes for water one way every day and the water you get isn't even healthy water.
Outside the hospital, the patients who traveled so far for surgery prepare to spend the night outside. Tomorrow, the patches come off, and they sing a song of thanks. So how can a place that, at times, looks like a tropical mountain paradise be home to such pain and poverty? There are moments in this country where time stands still. Farmers using oxen to grind sugarcane for the country's big commodity, rum.
1,000.
Community organizer Jean Robert of Promise for Haiti's 5 Loaves program has lived in Pignon most of his life. He helps lead a project to replace unsafe and unhealthy living situations.
They're living there, but it's still small.
Before getting the new home, the family of 7 was living in this tin-covered hut. And with a leaky roof, this dirt floor would turn into a muddy mess. 5 Loaves raised money to build a new hut, one with a tin roof and concrete floor.
People will take an example from here and say, okay, this is how they do it here. Let's move to another community. Let's move to another town.
The people of Haiti remain resolute, despite devastating earthquakes and hurricanes, and a revolving government that puts its people, healthcare, natural resources, and infrastructure at the bottom of an election promissory note, never cashed. This is day 4 for the surgery team, and they've already seen 500 patients. As the trip nears its end, hundreds are still lining up. 15-year-old Stephanie has arrived. She's been blind for 1 year, glaucoma. Her tearful uncle tells us it came on suddenly.
She have to go back
to school again.
She what?
She want to go back to school again.
The two have traveled far to get here, and hope is all they have right now. He's devastated when talking about the education his niece will never get, all because she cannot see.
No, I'm not getting any light there.
Sadly, Fargo eye surgeon Dr. Lance Bergstrom can only do so much for her.
She's really on the young end.
This laser is a last-ditch effort to save what's left.
I wish we would have found her a couple years ago, but we don't think of 15-year-olds as having glaucoma, you know.
The procedure is not expected to have any miracle results.
I wish we could reverse time sometimes. It would be a lot better.
But Stephanie's uncle, after the surgery, is not one to give up yet.
Now he have a new life because the lady have a surgery.
And one of the most gripping stories for the team came from 31-year-old Fisnell. Wearing his best shirt, the quiet, humble blind man walked for hours on dirt mountain paths alone to get here. He has no sight. His family's abandoned him, and he sleeps in a dirt garden every night.
And this left eye has abnormal blood vessels on the iris.
A more in-depth test tells everything. Eye disease that has robbed Fisnell of his sight.
If he can't see any light, then there's nothing we can do.
But he is desperate and asks the Fargo-Moorhead team to test again.
If we did surgery on him and he can't, and it's not going to help, then we're denying somebody that we can help.
Fisnell is disappointed. So is the team.
So tell him we want to check back next year and see if we can help him. All right, bye-bye. I feel terrible. I wish I could do something.
For a handful of patients who come here, time has run out.
So we'll just go down the line and take out their patches, then we'll move them into clinic, okay?
Yet hundreds will receive the gift of sight.
Yeah, we'll go over there. You guys are all on a bench lined up.
In the morning, many of them line up, sitting on benches, for the ceremonial unpatching.
You see? Yeah, good. Oh, now he can move by himself. See? Come here once. He can come here. Yeah, look at you.
And Dr. Bergstrom visits with Bernadette one last time after her surgery.
Good. Should look good. Looks good. We're going to take a look at her back there too, okay?
She has her sight back.
It looks great. You'll be able to see your chickens now. We're seeing patients that have been, legally blind for 10, 15, 20 years frequently. And that's why it's such a wow experience. Even though in the culture here, people are kind of mellow after you take off I think they're just kind of overwhelmed. But it makes a huge impact in their lives.
For members of the Fargo-Moorhead Eye team, a week of satisfaction.
Good, you see? You see my fingers? I think for me, it's very invigorating. I come back, again, physically exhausted, but mentally and spiritually just feeling just fulfilled. Okay, good. It looks great. We'll see her in there in a little bit. Good.
With this particular mission work, you see the immediate results. You can see someone that was blind one day, the next day they can see. So you can absolutely see how you're making a difference and how you're helping.
Can you see?
Where do you mean?
Yeah? It's good? Okay, good.
When I come here, I see that they want so badly to be in a better place. They want to be able to see so they can work, so they can do things. So for me, I see that I learn a lot. I get a lot from this.
Good. You see my fingers? Good?
Reaching across an ocean to share this gift, healing with hands and hearts.
For me, it's my purpose to be on the planet, and we all have a purpose. And if we use our purpose, then I think that's how you can feel the best. Good. That's going to do great.